So I'd like to welcome everybody. Today we have a special opportunity to be able to come together, not only in meditation and prayer, but in love and light. We're here to talk about a few things and we're here to hold energy for a very important topic. So as you know, the world is having a struggle right now. Not a bit of a struggle, but there is a struggle happening. And being here in Slovenia, I'm in the heart of it. So you can imagine, I'm 1 hour from the Italian border. And already there's 5 people that have been noted as having the virus in this town. And that's all we know. But the hospitals here have also suggested that people stay home. If they have a fever, don't even come out. So we don't know how many are actually here. But instead of panicking, I decided I'm going to just be where I am the best, with the angels in my heart, and here to serve love and light no matter what. And I want to thank all of you for participating today, for being with us. My heart is just swelling with love right now. Thank you. I feel that from everybody. Thank you. So I would love to see where you're from. If you want to be chatting on there saying, I'm in Slovenia, I'm in the States. I know we have people from all around the world that actually had contacted us and let us know that they were going to be tuning in. So you are all so very welcome. I want to talk a bit about how I look at things. Okay, we're here, we're in a world where everything is changing. And a lot of people have been talking about how we're in a time of uncertainty. And actually, when I hear that, I think, no, we're not. We're not in a time of uncertainty. I think those times have passed. And I think that we're in a time now where we're more certain than ever. We know that we want to raise vibration. We know that we want to bring good to the world. And it's just a matter of how can we do that? And the answer is very clear to me. We do what we love and we do it well. And the more that we do what we love, we're naturally going to be raising the vibrations of ourselves and of the earth. And so if you, in the next little while, feel that you need to be doing something, remember the things that make you happy. Many people have been saying, take this time, get outside, plant some seeds. In Canada, it's not so easy because it is winter. Here in Slovenia, people are out in their gardens. It's amazing what's happening because most of the time, people are too busy here to speak to each other. Nobody says hello. And the last week, I've been getting out for a walk, making sure that we get outside and not letting the situation affect us. So we've been walking, and you notice people waving. People are saying hello. It's like people are stopping and taking a breath. And one of the reasons why that's happening here is because there's no cars on the road. Literally no cars on the road. It's so quiet. It's so peaceful. It's unimaginably peaceful. So we have an opportunity at this point to be able to really, really focus in and be able to meditate because nothing is happening. So wherever you are, I don't know exactly what's happening in your area yet, but maybe you'll experience that. But being here and not having the hum of some highway in the background, getting out into nature, being able to be one with the universe and to not be interrupted is really extraordinary. And I'm thankful to be here because I'm able to experience things on that level. If you've been watching the news, you've been probably seeing videos of Italy and the people getting on their balconies and singing out loud and lifting everyone's spirits. It's wonderful, wonderful. I was very pleased to hear also in Slovenia that people have been getting out on the street and they've been clapping for the service workers. Just wonderful. I'm gonna cry in a good way. I feel so happy right now. I'm so grateful because there are personnel out there. There's police officers. We have a guy living in this building that is in the military, and he's in the medical area, and serving each day and getting out there and helping people. And this is wonderful. So we're very, very thankful. And the love and the joy that comes from people's hearts when they thank somebody is really genuine. It's wonderful. So think about where you are and think about what can you do to bring up the morale. Thank you for being patient with me. I'm not crying because I'm sad. Really genuinely, I'm so thankful to be able to reach out to so many people. And as the numbers are going up, I think I'm getting even more emotional. Maybe I feel you at the same time. But I want to talk about also what I think is happening with the energy. Because really, honestly, I feel like the positive energy is starting to come to the earth. And when we think about what's happening with this pandemic and who it's happening to, it's very, very important that we look very deeply into the situation. These are elders. These are elders that are leaving us very often, and it's so, so sad. But at the same time, it's so wonderful that they're going to be in spirit watching over us. And these wonderful beings have been on this earth longer than us. They know more than us. And so it's a reminder that we need to embrace the elders that we have in our lives. We need to listen to them. We need to genuinely go to them and ask them questions. Ask them what they learned. How did they see the world? And yes, some of them are looking at this as a grim situation because they feel quite pointed out. Because a lot of them are getting affected. But if we look at the elders and we think about what they have to teach us, there are beautiful, beautiful things that we can embrace. And it's important that you get out there and help elders also prepare for it in areas that have not yet been hit. So think about the elders as neighbors. Get them stocked up as well as your shelves, and take care of them. It's a reminder that we won't have them forever. It's a reminder that they won't always be here. But they have absorbed so much energy for us. And we, as the adults, are absorbing the energy for the children that are coming to Earth or that are here now. We are here holding a vibration and an energy for them so that they can go on and they can bring deeper amounts of light to the earth. So imagine the job that these elders had coming to the earth and having to clean up for us. So if you look at all the different chakras of the body, it's easier to figure it out. Because for those that are not familiar with chakras, we have chakras from different areas of the body. And of course, there's much more than 7. But if we look at the 7 that are most mainly studied, these 7 chakras will show us a lot about the generations and what or who is from what generation and what we're here to do. So for example, I was born in 74. So 74, or the 70s in general, and somewhat in the 60s, were all from the heart chakra. And if you think about it, that's when the hippies were here. That's when, the music had changed so much in the 60s and 70s. And it was like a complete changeover in the world. But if we go into earlier times on the earth, and we go down to the lower chakras, in the root chakra, if you think about it, that's when we're here learning survival. It's us learning how to be here, or comfort zones in being here. And that was many, many years ago, when before the world wars, actually. And so we could actually take our root chakra lifetimes, and we could bring it as far back as Egypt, or even before that. And we stayed as humans in the root chakra for a very long time. And very quickly, we jumped up into the sacral, which is more about creativity. It's more about, putting our skills to work. And if you think about when the wars began, all the stuff that was happening at that time, that was all kind of the sacral was pre-war times. The wars went into the power and control center, which is the sacral. And in those time periods, this is when people were really in a power struggle. So the industrialism, the dirty 30s, were all in the sacral area, where power control struggles were in our solar plexus. And that's where a lot of these elders are coming from. So those war-torn time periods are after. And so from there, we had a pretty big jump, if you think about it. From all the power struggles that were happening in the world, we had a very big jump going into the 70s, allowing love to come in. And it was an early time to allow love. And so no wonder, the hippies were having still their own struggle, because there were still types of wars happening in the 70s. There was stuff happening that people were fighting up against, but they were getting power from the generations before them, and they were learning to be able to push ideas forward, which, if you think about it, that brings us into the throat chakra, and it also brings us into the 80s. So again, music started changing in the 80s. And who doesn't love 80s music? I mean, if you don't, you're crazy. I love 80s music. The tone changed, the sounds changed, the words changed. And so it was actually more light-filled, if you think about it. So the 80s brought us into speaking our truth, being able to get out there and start to shift the world in different ways. So if you look at North America, I can't speak for Europe, but I know I was in the 80s, and I remember groups beginning. People were starting to really get information out there about different things. People were speaking out about abuses, about, things that you could do to help yourself. I remember watching Oprah on television, and the first Black woman with her own television station or television show, and her getting out there and teaching people just the basic stuff of life. And people were watching it, people were taking it in, and she brought us really to a lot of great places. And so from there, from the 80s, we not only the clothing changed and the music, but once we got into the 90s, and again, it happened from the 70s, it was almost like 10 years, 10 years, 10 years. So in the 90s, these little beings started coming into the world. New children were being born with gifts that were unimaginable. And where the indigos came from 1975 onward, an influx of them came in the 80s and in the 90s. And from there, we had rainbow children, we had crystal children, and now beyond. And so the children that are coming in now are going to regroup us. The children coming are going to spin our heads, because the energy that they're going to have is unbelievable. I know this, I feel it in my soul. So what they're going to bring is world peace. And that's what we're getting towards. We're allowing ourselves to be able to, get through the stuff that just needs to be cleared away, so that we can focus and we can get ourselves into the right frame and space to be able to help ourselves, but also help others around us. And so if you have children in your life that are young at this time, those children are here for a very important reason. They're here to guide us and to shift us into a new tomorrow. When you think about where stuff is happening in the world right now, I mean, there's a lot of events. There's a lot of events that happen. We're just kind of pinpointing one event that's happening in the now, but things have been happening all along. But to take where this virus has really taken a hold of people, it got our attention first in China. And now it's getting our attention in other places, but especially in Italy. So I want you to think about why those places. A lot of people are saying there's a cleanup happening, that lower vibration is being cleared out so that new vibration can come in. And I believe this is true. Not only is it clearing out so that we can have higher vibrations, but that the earth can be of a higher vibration so those little souls that I talked about can come in. But China, the center of where it happened, when you think about China, it started with kingdoms, powerhouse culture, and dynamic culture. And it still is. It's still the center of the world if you think about it, because not one of us can say we don't have something made from China in our households. So when this virus started coming around, I was thinking, okay, it's happening there for a reason, because it's making us wake up to something. And then as it progressed and it went to different areas, I realized, wow, yeah. And it's going also, to Italy, where of course Rome comes from. And Rome was much bigger before. Even where I'm sitting right now, this used to be Rome. Horul used to be Forul, something like this. Oh, he's giving me the thumbs up, I got it right. And which was actually a Roman name at the time. So all of the streets that we go on right now are all Roman roads. So all roads lead to Rome. Is that how it goes? So again, where the empire happened. So if we think about our education systems, if we think about our religion, and of course we have different religions, but some of the major religious stuff that kind of spread out as seeds into the world came from Rome. So a lot of our banking systems, everything also originated there. So it's very important for us to understand that where all of this is happening could literally be cleaning up old vibrational energies. Unfortunately, it's people that are being affected in the long run. But we can be thankful that these energies are rising up, they're going out, and today we're going to help with that, okay? I wanted to first, okay, yeah, and I want to talk about how to respect elders and to respect elders in the spirit world. So when we're honoring our ancestors or the elders that are here on earth, it's very important that we really come in a humble way, and we understand that they're here to teach us. And I talked about that a little bit earlier. But we maybe need to be able to actually thank them for the role that they played. So remember I talked about the chakras, and think about where they came from. And so they held a space. They really seriously held a space, and we're very, very grateful. And so I would like to today, as we're talking, send good medicine out to the elders that are out there in fear, and so that they will feel safe and that they will be taken care of in good ways. But when we honor our ancestors, we can always offer a gift to Mother Earth, and they do receive it. And we could ask them also to watch over those that are on Earth that are having a hard time, and they will respond. So for myself, I went outside and I made sure that I gave tobacco, and I asked, the ancestors in heaven that have done their healing to be able to help those that are here on the earth, all inhabitants, but to be able to give us wisdom. And so please, when you have time, give some sort of offering from your heart, and they will receive it. And they will help us with this meditation, I was told today. So I'm just giving this information because I'm just passing on the message. Um, so, okay. And when we do our prayer today, I want you to really try to work with your heart. Greg Braden is out there teaching amazing lessons on being able to go in the heart and to be able to think from the heart. So aligning the head and the heart. And when we're connecting, I want you to try to think from that heart-based center. And we're going to try to be heart and above today. Okay? I'm just taking a deep breath. And I would also like to thank, he's not watching this now, but there is a doctor in Slovenia that did contact us today that would have participated. I want to thank him if he's watching this afterwards, because he informed us that he is having a meeting with all the board of directors of doctors today, and it actually started at 6 o'clock Slovenian time, which is when we started today. So he was saying that there's no coincidence that it was happening, and he was going to put in a request that the doctors take time to say a meditation during that process today. So I thought, wow, that was really, really big. And for him to be able to contact us before, that was really wonderful. So I'm proud of all of the people that are out there that are trying to make changes in different areas. Okay. So what I'd like for you to do now is, take a drink of water if you haven't. I want you to relax. Allow yourself to just breathe naturally for a moment. Okay, just relax where you are. I'm going to practice something with you guys, and we're going to do this at the end as well. But what I'd like for you to do is, if you close your eyes, and if you look to your left, you're going to see a figure beside you. And I've asked the angels, as people were coming in, to sort of line everybody up in a circle. So to the left of you is someone. And what I'm going to get you to do is very slowly put your hand out and hold their hand. Just gently hold their hand. And I'm going to get Goddess to be the last person, so that in a moment I'm going to join in the circle. But I just want you to feel the energy just as is. And before I join hands, I want you to imagine that you're sending love, just love, to the left. And just feel as it goes through your hand. And just feel how it just comes out of you. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to join the circle. And I'm going to be sending love as well. But I'm going to join that circle. So I have a hand on my left and a hand on my right. And I want you to feel the energy rise up. This is called a light worker circle. And I encourage people to do this. If you have groups, that you're working with, um, do this and try this. And what I'm going to show you is this. I want you to continue holding people's hands, okay? But I'm going to abruptly let go of my right hand. So keep your hands with everybody else's, but I just want you to feel what it feels like when someone just kind of steps out of the circle. And so you might feel a little bit like, ugh, a little bit more heavy. You may feel just a little bit strange, but there will be a difference in your energy. And I'm going to join that circle again with intention of love. And I want you to feel the energy go back up again. And again, we're going to do this at the end, but before you let go, I want you to have the intention of holding space, holding love, and just let go very gently, very gently. And just keep your hands out as if you're still next to the person. And what's happening is because we have good intention, the energy is still there. And even though we're across oceans, countries, around the globe, we're still able to feel one another's energies. And at any time, whenever you feel low, the Lightworker Circle is always there for us to join. And you just have to go inside the circle with the right intention. And if there's enough of us around the world that hold that space and that have the intention of holding love for all of humankind, then we have that opportunity to be able to use that at any time. So if ever you feel alone, if ever you feel that you personally need the light and are not able to necessarily send it to others like we're going to do today, just know that you can go into that circle at any time. And as you take your hands to yourself, just bring your hands to the heart chakra. And feel the heart chakra and the mind connecting. When we go into the light like that, it's easier to think from the heart. And if you still feel like you're in the mental, just imagine aligning the head and the heart. Or you can touch your heart chakra, you can touch anywhere on the chest. And if you think of something that you're grateful for, what are you grateful for? Keep thinking of things that you're grateful for. And now take that energy as if you're putting it up into the mind to make it as one. Put gratitude and that love that you just felt towards the things that you're grateful for. Connect it with the mind. And as Greg Braden suggests, if we connect with the heart and we think of something that we're grateful for, things that we're compassionate about, if we have compassion for the people on the earth right now, then that opens something within us. And we can also ask questions at that time to our higher self, and we get the higher self answers. So the ego is less at this time, and we're more in our spirit answer in ourselves. And so I suggest to practice this in the next little while, teach it to people, show people how to be able to calm themselves. You can invite them into the circle, or you can get them to calm themselves in this way. I find that this has been something that's been very helpful for me lately, and I've been using it a lot. Earlier, when I started crying, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. All these people are looking at me. Um, I said, okay, and I went into my heart. I thought of something I was grateful for, and woof, it just kind of took me out of that. Although I'm also very grateful to be able to have the gift of feel. So in no way am I taking that away. So I'm very, very grateful to be able to cry when I need to, because a lot of people can't. And I think it's a beautiful gift. And when you can cry, it is a good thing, because it's cleansing and it's getting things out. So we will do that circle again after. But now I would like to do a meditation. So again, relax. The more that you have your eyes closed, the more that you can focus on my voice. That would be great. I'm just gonna get it up here because I wrote some of it out, and you'll be able to hear me. I just wanna make sure that I don't miss a thing. Okay, so allow yourself to sit straight up in the chair. Give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself thanks for coming here today, for allowing yourself to gather in this sacred space. We're going to do a sacred meditation or prayer to help heal the world and to raise the collective consciousness. For those that are uncomfortable with the word prayer, think of it this way. In the old English language, to pray meant to ask. So it's in this way that I use the word prayer. We are here to ask. We come together to ask and to state what we're asking for. And what we're going to ask for is 4 things. Repeat after me. Strength, health, peace, and love. And I want you to imagine strength, health, peace, and love being at the 4 corners of the earth. That these are what we're going to put around the earth. Although it's going to circulate, it's going to blend all together. Just imagine the earth in a box in these 4 corners, and we're going to put strong focus on these 4 things today. Remember that when we gather in love, we're going beyond religion. We're going beyond race or creed or class or gender. We're going beyond time and space. And when we gather in love and just love, it allows us to come together as one from our heart space and into the universe. So just allow yourself to come into this meditation, approaching it with humbleness, humility, and sincerity. You'll feel one another, expect to experience goosebumps, lightness, even emotions. Imagine that you have a potent shield of protection around you, and it's healing you and enveloping you. So it'll get stronger as we share energy in this sacred space. And by practicing sacred space daily, what's happening is we're allowing pure love to come from our hearts, true compassion for our fellow man, and will help attract blessings and protections to ourselves by coming in sacredness every day, especially when we pray for others. It's important to pray for ourselves. It's important to connect for ourselves. But when we connect for others, it's like taking time out of our day to be able to give to others. And it's something special. So let us spread healing light to all four corners of the world. Okay, so I'm just feeling the angels coming in for me. So let us raise the collective consciousness and magnify our own light. So to begin, make sure that you're in a comfortable position with your hands resting. Take a moment to quiet the mind, slow the breath. Visualize a white flame in the center of your being. It is in the healing space of your heart that this white light comes from, and it's beautiful and radiating. With every breath, see it progressively expanding, surrounding you in a sphere of light. Feel love, warmth, and healing coming from you, radiating a white flame in your heart. It's permeating every cell of your body, spreading into the sphere of energy. Let it warm your heart and heal the core of your being. Let this beautiful healing light continue to expand in its brightness, filling the space around you, and see yourself in a vast sea of light. Feel its healing warmth shining in you, through you, and all around you. With the same breath that binds all the creatures under the Creator, send the loving and healing light out upon the earth so that it may heal and lift the spirit of all those that are caught in the midst of challenges. Let the light expand through the whole world and shine towards the stars until the entire universe is wrapped in this all-embracing light. There's nothing there but light. And you are one with the universe. You are one with the source of all light. You are one with all. Now take a deep breath and hold it in for a moment and focus on those words: strength, health, peace, and love. And I want you to repeat them with me 3 more times. Strength, health, peace, love. Strength, health, peace, love. Health, strength, peace, love. As you continue to see the light all around you and continue sending pure thoughts of love and light to all the 4 corners of the globe, just allow yourself to breathe. Allow yourself to take in a little bit of that light. You deserve it. Turn your healing focus to the city that you're in right now. If you're in a town, focus on that town. See the white light becoming more and more concentrated in the area that you're in right now. Imagine going up above your town or your city, seeing the houses, the buildings, and you're spreading your wings around the area and you're spreading white light everywhere. See it covered with white healing light. Take another deep breath. And again, repeat after me. Strength, health, peace, love. Strength, health, peace, love. health, strength, peace, love, strength, health, peace, love. So continue to see the light all around you. Continue sending pure thoughts of love to all corners of the globe. If you have to put the globe in your hands when you do it, do what feels right. Now, in your mind's eye, visualize the regions of the world that are in need of critical healing. So see those areas surrounded by a beautiful cloud of white light. See every human in those areas receiving healing warmth of light in their hearts, their mind, in their spirit. Taking another deep breath, holding it, repeat after me. Strength, health, peace, love. Strength, health, peace, love. Strength, health, peace, love. Strength, health, peace, love. Continuing to see that light all around you. Send out pure thoughts of love and light to all four corners of the globe now. Now, in your mind's eye, imagine your own country. See it surrounded by a beautiful cloud of white light. And expand that light out to the entire world. Seeing every human, including leaders of various countries, doctors, nurses, military personnel, policemen, firemen, those that are out there helping people from the goodness of their heart. Send them love and healing, warm light to their hearts now. Let it raise their consciousness for a world of harmony. Take another deep breath, holding it for a moment. And as you let it go, repeat after me. Strength, health, peace, love. Strength, health, peace, love. Strength, health, peace, love. Strength, health, peace, love. Continue to see the light all around you. Continue sending pure thoughts of love and light to the four corners of the globe. Now bring your healing focus onto your loved ones, those that you spend your days with, those that you don't get to see enough. Visualize them and visualize the concentration of white light around each and every one of them. See them smiling, laughing, being their best, strong, healthy, peaceful, and loving. Take a moment now and think about all the participants that are here with us today. Whether you're watching this on the video after or in the now, there is no time and space. So with your eyes closed still, look around you and look at all the beautiful souls that are here joined together from around the world that have been putting light around the cities, the globe. Look at each other. See one another as smiling. See one another as laughing, as being their absolute best, as healthy, strong, at peace, and loving. Send pure thoughts of love and light to each and every one of you. And taking a deep breath, repeat after me. Strength, health, peace, love. Strength, health, peace, love. Strength, health, peace, love. Strength, health, peace, love. Continuing to see the light all around you. Now send out pure thoughts of love and light to the four corners of the globe. So remember when we joined in the Lightworkers Circle, look to your left and you'll see the person beside you, also somebody to your right. Now we know what to do. We want to have the highest vibrational light within this circle. And we're going to focus that light within us. And after, we're going to send it out into the universe, into the world. So joining hands, feel the vibration, feel the peace. Just feel peace for a moment. And repeat after me. Peace is in front of us. Peace behind us. Peace at our left. Peace at our right. Peace above us. Peace below us. Peace be within us. Peace in all our surroundings. Peace to all. Peace to the universe. Strength in front of us. Strength behind us. Strength at our left. Strength at our right. Strength above us. Strength below us. Strength in all our surroundings. Strength to all. Strength to the universe. Health in front of us. Health behind us. health at our left, health at our right, health above us, health below us, health in all of our surroundings, health to all, health to the universe. Love in front of us, love behind us, love at our left, love at our right, love above us, love below us, love within us, love in all our surroundings, love to all, love to the universe. Keeping yourself focused within and without leaving this relaxed state, I want you to take another deep breath. Hold, and then exhale. Take another deep breath. And as you exhale, I want you to whisper, I have spoken. It is done. And then I want you to bring your hands to the center of your heart. Just staying in that moment, in that peaceful state. Take your hands apart just slightly. And imagine there's a ball of light in between your hands. And if you're clairvoyant, you can actually see it. There's a ball of light between your hands. This is all the love that you just put within yourself, all the peace. And what we're going to do is we're going to put love, 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 love inside this ball of light. And then imagine we're getting a little bit bigger, it's getting a little bit bigger. And you just keep sending love, love and light inside this ball of light. And as if you're just going around it, and around it, and around it, you'll feel it as it gets bigger. Because as you take your hand in, you'll feel a bit of resistance, and you'll feel where that ball is. So just keep doing it. You'll feel it get bigger and bigger. And bigger. So we're still standing in that circle. And I want you to put that ball of light as big as you can bring it until your hands are stretched right out and you can't make it any bigger. Just feel the resistance on your hands. And what I want you to do is I want you to, as if you're taking that ball and you're going to put it right in the middle of the circle. So we're actually going to join our bubbles or our balls of light, however you see it. We're going to join it all in the middle. And once you feel like, go like this again around your hands and you'll see that it's not there, okay? Now, I want you to feel the bubble in front of you. So it's a big ball of light and love in front of you. So you can put your hands out and you can push forward. And if you pull back, you just kind of relax your body again and you move forward again. And you'll feel that resistance. It's a big, big ball of light. Might feel tingly. You might feel emotional. It might just feel amazing. For me, it feels amazing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that ball and we're going to lift it, and we're going to lift it, and we're going to lift it. Okay? So we're going to lift it, and we're going to put it up, 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 up above our heads. And we're going to put it up above us. So very, very gently. You'll feel it sort of like a balloon where it kind of just pops up above you. And as it's above you, just see it as it's expanding and expanding. Because all the love that everybody in the universe is sending out right now is being poured into that bubble. If anybody out there is genuinely sending love and light, and if you're watching this afterwards, it's just going to be bigger and bigger. There's no time and space, remember. So it's growing and it's growing. And now it's a huge cloud over our heads. And it's starting to sprinkle. It's sprinkling love, but it's expanded all around the globe now. So it's a ball of light that went all the way around the globe. It's glowing, it's beautiful, but it's sprinkling down everywhere. Little rain droplets. So if you want to see it as rainbow lights, that's perfect. If you want to see it just as white light, that's perfect. Or just drops of water in the water, on the land, on the people. This is cleansing energy, it's love, it's pure. And as we know, the water systems of the world are all interconnected. So everywhere that it's raining, it's going into those water sources. So picture rivers that you have near you. If you have brooks, if you have an ocean near you, picture all of this love and the light going into those water sources. And so what we want to do is not only pour light on the world for today, we want it to continue. And if we put it in the water system, then it continues on for generations to come. The love that we generate is a gift that we can give and offer it to the new generations. So it's pouring down, going into all these water streams, these systems. So if there's no time and space, if you have water, that love has also reached the water that you have. Vibration is higher. You can feel it as if we've done a blessing, right? It's like a holy water. We put our intention into it, and it's there to raise our vibration. And so very often for me, I connect with water as a healer. And the water spirit is very, very close and dear to my heart. And every day when I take a shower, I ask the water spirit to clear and cleanse my aura, to cleanse my spirit, and to be able to align me and balance me and ground me. And water really helps me that way. So especially when we send love out in the world like that and we include water, the water spirit is very happy to receive that loving energy, and she will double that love and put it out there, and then whoever connects with the water will feel it. So the next time you go swimming, the next time you connect with water, feel the vibration around you and know that you're part of that. You're part of sending out that wonderful vibration. And so as it's coming down to the earth, and it's still raining, I can feel it in certain areas. It's still coming down because some places have to come down harder and some places just need a sprinkle right now. Just a reminder of that love and light that is already there. But all of it is cleansing us as a whole. And it's important for us to see ourselves as a whole. We are different areas of the world, but we are one. And as we connect as one, we're able to send that loving energy out in beautiful ways. So if you'll join me in the circle again, come back in the circle. Think about how it feels So I'm just seeing a question that came up. Thank you, Jeanette Gauguin. Wonderful that you asked the question, what other types of offerings do you suggest other than tobacco? Very often, when I have extra crystals, I may give crystals to a water stream. We're connecting with the water today. As you're holding hands, I want you to just feel that vibration and just continue allowing love to flow in you and just receive healing energy. And the healers that are out there right now, while I'm talking, please, if you know Reiki, if you have specialized way of healing, if you want to sing at the top of your lungs, wherever you are, put out that beautiful energy. And whoever wants to stay in that circle to receive healing energy for themselves, for their families, please do, okay? So other types of offerings. Many times, for myself, tobacco is, for me, more powerful because tobacco has a beautiful spirit. Sometimes I'll give sage as an offering to Mother Earth. I know for myself, crystals are a big thing. So I know that I love crystals. So often I give away something that I love. And if it's something that's natural and it's not going to interfere with the natural ways of Mother Earth, then you can give it back to the earth. So sometimes when I don't have an offering, I take a strand of my hair. You know, as people, we're stuck on our hairdos, you know, so it's something that's important to us. So if we offer something that we love and we give it to the earth, then they know that, meaning the fairies, whoever's receiving it for Mother Earth at the time, they're receiving it knowing our true heart. So it's not so much about just putting something out, because anybody can offer anything, but it's about offering it from the heart. So as an example, there's an elder that I was talking to this week, and he was saying, let people know about boiling cedar and how important it is to boil cedar for one whole day. It will kill any airborne viruses, and so the coronavirus is no different. It is an airborne virus, as well as, you know, through other ways. And so when you boil cedar, white cedar, and you boil it for a whole day, it will kill everything in the household. So if one person gets sick, no matter what cold you have or a virus, the other people in the house will not get it. So it's protection. And also, you know, it puts moisture into the mouth as well. And we know that with the coronavirus, it's very important, people are letting us know, to make sure that you're sipping on water a lot. Because as you sip on water, it cleanses the palate, it cleanses the throat, and that's where it gets lodged in the beginning, right? It goes in here, makes people cough, and then it goes down. But studies have been showing, there were doctors from different parts of the world, one being Japan, where I heard it from, that were saying that if we drink water, even if we catch it, if it comes to us, then it goes down in the stomach and the stomach will deal with it. So water, 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 and the cedar. So the point of me telling you all this is, when you're going to get cedar from a cedar tree, we need to remember that it's a spirit. So the trees have spirits also. And the spirit of the cedar is very beautiful and so healing. And the respect that we need to give it is very important, because if we just take it off the tree, it's just cedar off the tree. But if we ask permission and we give an offering, like a piece of hair, if you don't have anything else, tobacco, a crystal, you could give a food offering. So whatever you have from the heart that you would like to offer to the tree, offer it, even if it's a prayer. It's about intention, and it's about being from the heart. Very, very important that we allow ourselves to just practice respect. So visualize, Lucille, you're saying, I'm just trying to understand what you mean here. visualize doing the cedar? If you want to explain it more, I'll look for it. Okay, um, so when are you saying that you visualize this when you're doing the cedar, or visualize it at this moment? If you cannot get it, okay, thank you. If you cannot get the cedar, then you can visualize it, yes. I mean, healing goes in many different forms, right? Our minds are very powerful. And so if we use our mind and we use our healing skills and our faith, then this can help a lot. If you can get cedar, here in Slovenia, the cedar that you have at all of the help me out here, cemeteries, at all of the cemeteries, that cedar is white cedar. And so those trees very often are of abundance. There's lots and lots of branches, and so you can take some of that one, or find cedar trees that are like that. And we have little trees that we got at a nursery, and we were able to just have those trees right at the house. And so when we're in need, we go out, and yesterday I boiled cedar all day, for example, knowing that I know it's not in this house, but just in case, right? So I know that everything that has been killed in here, all the viruses, so I know that it's healthy, it's clean, and I'm going to do it every couple of days, even though we don't have people coming in and out of the house at this moment. So just be respectful. That's the main thing, okay? And a lot of people were saying, what can we do at this time? You know, things are starting to close down. I know even New Brunswick is going on a lockdown pretty soon. And so what are the things that we can do while we're processing these healings? Well, number one, it takes 2 weeks for the virus to go out of the body. So if everybody stayed inside or away from each other, uh, very good arm's length from each other, if you have to be somewhere, if you have to be, then this is going to give it time for it to go through your body if you ever encounter it. Or stay away from other people who may have it. If they stay away for 2 weeks, even if they don't have symptoms, then it's very helpful. But during that time, I've seen so many wonderful posts. People are making all kinds of suggestions, like reading a book, cleaning out a closet that you haven't cleaned for a while. Maybe you could do past life regression. You could start your seeds for your garden. You could just spend time in nature. But I think if we take this as an opportunity, rather than something that is kind of against us, then it gives us a different perspective. We want to be able to hold a positive space for ourselves, for others. But if we're giving ourselves time to worry and to, there's lots of things we can be doing instead of worrying. So we need to remember always that worry causes worry, and positive causes positive. Hi, Pierre and Janice. Oregano and tree oil together are both antibacterial and antiviral. 2 drops of each in a veggie cap 3 times a day. Love and blessings. That's perfect. Awesome, awesome. So thank you for answering that. And positive attitude also. Yes, that's amazing. Yes, and it shows in our aura. So there are many, many things that we can be doing. So educate each other, get stuff out there on Facebook about all the positives that can be worked out, and encourage each other. So think about those Italians on the balconies and how they're out there really bringing up each other's vibrations. We can do lots of things in our free time to be able to help other people. So I think positive messages, if you're out there on Facebook, for example, are very, very important. Okay, yeah. Thank you everyone for your comments. I believe that And I often say, speak like someday people will quote you. And I put that on my website. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted to challenge myself. And that's why I put my quotes on Facebook. You know, it's not that I think that I'm, you know, quotable, but I listen and I allow the spirits to talk to me, or the angels. And when they do, I write it down and I make sure I put it out there in a quote, because the better we speak, the more positive we put out there in the world, it's always going to be better. Um, and the cool part about Facebook is 1 year later, or years later, they give you like a kickback. So you get to see what you posted years ago. And I made an intention when I got on Facebook that I would not post one negative thing. And I think one time I did, and I thought, oh, I shouldn't have done that. But you know, I have been getting all these old messages coming back to me, and I get all of these positive messages that I need to hear on that very day. So whatever I put out there, okay, maybe people liked it and that was great, but I know I'm putting it out there for myself. And so it's very, very important that we do that, because it lasts forever. When we do positive, it really does last forever. Negative can die very quickly, but positive can live forever. And the reason why is because it's from love. And love is the only thing that cannot be destroyed. So our bodies can break down, our, social systems can break down, governments can break down. But love is something that will last forever and ever and ever. Nobody can take that from us. Wonderful comments. Thank you. For those that are still in the circle receiving the healing, I'm wondering how you guys are doing. If you want to say how you were feeling with that. I'm curious about also, any suggestions that anybody has for thinking positive. So you can post that on my Facebook wall, and I encourage people to go on my Facebook. So either on, there's the Kimspirational's Angels, or Kimberly Ann Doucette is my main one. So if you're on those, go on there and see what people are posting afterwards. I'd like to read a quote by Daniel Roy of Moncton. And we put this out in the email, and I thought these were beautiful words, Daniel, and I asked if I could quote you. So I hope you're still okay with it. But the words were just incredible, and it's not something I could even put together. I thought, wow, this is definitely from heaven. So he says, the world is undergoing a fear pandemic, which is worse than the coronavirus. We need to collectively understand the higher purpose of this evolutionary situation as an opportunity for every human on the planet to guide our egos, to seek answers, light and love from our souls, allowing us to awaken to a new powerful reality where we collectively take responsibility for ourselves, our families, friends, and communities by brightly shining our inner lights. This forced slowdown actually speeds up time itself, allowing us to evolve from doing to being. We see manifestations already where our inner consciousness makes us less complacent and ready for the new world that is arriving now. Beautiful, beautiful words. And one of the things that hit me the strongest in here, of course, all of it, but taking responsibility. And we can look at ourselves and even as the chakras that I talked about earlier, and seeing ourselves from certain areas. But no matter where we are, and no matter what we're doing, we're all here to learn to take responsibility. And that's what karma is about, right? This is why we are often on the karmic wheel. And if we could just take responsibility for ourselves, and if we could clean ourselves up, You know, if we have addictions, if we have things that are not pretty for other people and they're dealing with it, if we could clean that up and just take responsibility for our own actions, then this would clean up a lot of things on the earth. So when people say, you know, all of this stuff is being cleaned up, then what do you think is being cleaned up? It's the stuff that nobody took responsibility for. So if we're talking generations back, we can't blame anybody, but we're here to take our own responsibility. And if we can take our own responsibility and clean up our stuff, we can encourage others to do the same. And if others do the same, then there's a whole lot more light on the earth than there is dark. And so if we started this cleanup program and encouraged people to heal and to grow and to develop, then there would be less and less for us to deal with. So when we're dealing with lower vibrational energies, that's what we're dealing with. It's the stuff that people did not deal with. And so get out there and educate people about that. And what if we took some time and we actually forgave those that are in the spirit world looking for forgiveness? There's a lot of people that are out there that don't connect with their guides. They don't respect them. They don't know that they can connect with them. And so many people have crossed over and are in that morpho, which is, you know, below the 3D, 5D sections of the outer part of the earth. And they're kind of stuck there and they're looking for some participation from us here on earth. And so as a medium, that's what I do. I deal with these spirits and I help them evolve by just helping their loved ones. But not all loved ones are looking to be helped. And so if we as a collective, think about it. If we took time in our days to send out forgiveness into the universe for those that need it, whether they're living or whether they're in the spirit world, this would help them a lot. And on the subject of forgiveness, a lot of people wonder, you know, I can't forgive. So what do I do about that? So if we're actually talking about our own stuff and people that we need to forgive, then the angels have told me this. Native Elder has impressed upon me many times, and I believe that he's an earth angel, but telling me that when we can't forgive, sometimes that means that we need to understand. So if we don't have it in us to forgive somebody, then just try to understand them. Why would they have acted the way that they did? So is it because of the way that they were brought up? Is it because of the chakra generation that they were from? Perhaps. We don't know. We don't know the inside of somebody else's soul. But if we could just understand and let go to the point of just giving them a freedom, then we would realize that we're part of that higher or lower vibrational energy that we're sometimes scared of. And we're trying to clear stuff, but sometimes we're that vibration that needs to be cleared. So the more we let go and surrender over into a higher space, then it will get lighter and lighter. And, you know, I don't believe, some people are out there saying that this virus is a punishment. I don't believe that. I believe that it's a blessing. And if we see it as a blessing and we see it as an opportunity to be able to raise vibrations and heal ourselves, then we can do a lot with that. We can really, truly do a lot. So beautiful. Thank you everyone for your comments. I'm missing a lot of them as I go, but I'm seeing them pop up. So I thank you very much for your attention today. I didn't know how long it was going to go. I just allowed it to be. Remember that you can walk into that light worker circle at any time. For those that are still kind of holding on, receiving energy, and the healers that are, I'm just letting you know that, you know, we can let that go now. And we're giving thanks for, I'm going to ask Archangel Michael for any doors that may have been opened that need to be closed, to close them so that we can feel free of each other's stuff. I made sure that you were tightly protected, and I asked the angels to be there and ensuring that we weren't taking on each other's karma or anything like that. We're here to just send unconditional love and share unconditional love. So get out there. If you want, get on my Facebook, write some stuff, tell people what you want to say. Anything that you were like, I wish I could get on there and tell her to say this, then please share it. We would love to hear it. I would love to share a couple of quotes that I think are very important. Well, one is actually a song. But today in Hay House, they put on a Louise Hay quote, which is really beautiful. And the quote is, well, it's an affirmation. And Louise Hay always used to write this on cards and give them out to her audience, I guess. But she says, all is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come. It's beautiful. And the other that came to me was a Michael Jackson song, and you may know it, and it's called Heal the World. And there's a part in it that's really nice, the chorus, and it says, heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying, and if you care enough for the living, make it a better place for you and for me. So for those of you that know the song, if I'm brave enough, maybe we could try to sing it together. So heal the world, make it a better place. Well, for you and for me and the entire human race. Well, there are people dying, and if you care enough for the living, make it a better place for you and for me. Hum it out. Dun, dun, dun. Ba-da-na-na-na-na. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, ooh, all together now. Heal the world, make it a better place. Well, for you and for me and the entire human race. Well, there are people dying, and if you care enough for the living, make it a better place for you and for me. I can't believe I just sang that in front of, I guess there's 56 people on there now. But if you get over the cracks in my voice and see the truth in my heart, we can do this, guys. We can raise the vibration. And if you're scared, if you're thinking, what can I do? You know, when I think about myself and I think about who I am today, I wasn't always this person, and I wasn't always somebody that could speak. If you meet me in the grocery store, I'm a really shy person, actually. But for some reason, you give me a crowd and it's like I just know what to do. And I don't even know how I know how to do it. So I'm intimidated, I'm scared, but I just get up there and I do it. And I think that if we find something that speaks to us and we get out there in the world and we just participate and we allow the light worker within us to shine, then we can't go wrong. Because there's nothing that we can say and there's nothing that we can do that could offend the universe if we're doing it from our heart. So do what you do from the heart and love what you do. That's my highest suggestion. So I thank you very much for your attendance, for just being you. And much love, much light, peace, strength, health to you and your families. I love you, I love you, I love you. And for those of you that are in Canada, oh my God, I miss you guys. Don't make me cry again. I miss you. And I'm so grateful to be here in Slovenia. They're wonderful people, beautiful people. But there's nothing like home. And thank you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you. I'm going to stop recording now. I'm embarrassing myself.